going on, everyone? Today I figured I was going to overhaul this enclosure, do a big substrate change for my female Black Tail Cribo, and figured along the way tell you a little bit about how I keep them, some of my thought process behind my methods, and introduce you to my pair of Drymarchon Melanurus. And you could generalize this care for pretty much the entire genus, and that includes Eastern Indigos, Yellowtail Cribos, Unicolor Cribos, Texas Indigos, all of that. So I'm going to rip this apart, clean it up, and get it all refreshed, and then I'll introduce you to the pair and tell you more about them. Cage is empty, so now we just got to get this lady out of the way, do the dirty work. Hidden treasures. Never a shortage of those with Cribos. Some more. Ugh. Cage is clean, I'm sweaty, time to go wipe my face off and get this re-snapped up. Be right back. Alright, so it's all set up, ready to go. I did a full cleanup, but just put the old furniture back in and some new fake plants. And honestly, I use fake plants with this girl, not for my purposes, because it looks nice, but to just fill the open space in here. She's a very visual animal. Cribos in general are very tuned into what they see. So if they have a lot of visual barriers and things to hide in, they tend to be lower stress. And I swapped out that small particulate bedding for some of this Freedom Breeder cocoa blocks because I feel like they need more humidity. This being a Central American species, think of it like a rather tropical but not scorching hot species. High humidity, relatively decent high ambient consistent temperatures, but not too hot. So time to get her back in. That's what that means. This is ready to rock. It's nice and humid in here. The ambient in here is about 78 degrees. I run no heat in here. It's just whatever the room does, and it gives her very natural fluctuation. So, in my opinion, if you keep these like a Central American colubrid, without necessarily much of a hot spot, but allow it to get warm during the day, if your room does what mine does, it does it effortlessly. So, let's go grab her. Alright. So this is my 2016 female Black Tail Cribo. As you can see, as the name implies, she has a black tail, but they start out gold. And this girl is rather mottled, and that's referring to the black mottling that you see within the scales. Now this girl isn't very large, and with this species and dry mark hunt in general, the males get bigger. So this girl's almost an adult. She's just shy of 6 feet, so she'll be ready to breed hopefully next year. So this is her. Very sweet, gentle temperament, as most of them are known for being very placid. She's no exception. So I'm gonna let her get back in. She's actually nearing a shed. She's a little smoky looking, hence the name Smoky. I do call her that. And we'll introduce you to Bandit. So now you get it, Smoky. So unfortunately I have poor timing, and big old Bandito here is deep in shed. Let me see if I can get him. Zombie snake. No, this guy's rad. He's great even in shed. He looks rather silver right now. He is very reminiscent of what is known as an axanthic blacktail, but he is not an axanthic. He's just in shed. But there is an axanthic out there. This guy is awesome. He's a 2013, and he's about 7.5 feet long. Both of these snakes are absolute garbage disposals. They will literally eat anything from tilapia chunks, chicken hearts, gizzards, mice, rats, and even dead snakes, or live ones for that matter. They've definitely both had their fair share of stillborn offspring and the like. So, big dude, big colubrid, tons of fun, gentle giant, even in shed. Run them ambient, treat them like a tropical Central American colubrid, lots of moisture, not too hot. Snakes are insane. They will eat anything. Fish, birds, rats, mice, other snakes, all of the above. So if you're thinking about getting into dry marcon, first of all, be patient. There's a lot of demand and very little production for the majority of them, and it's hard to find them. I got lucky finding mine years ago before the popularity started to skyrocket, but price has gone up. They're hard to get, but they are worth every penny. So yeah, springtime is when breeders should be having them. Middle of the summer is when they should be available. So I'm hoping to try my hand at it next season. So for now, I have none. But they're really awesome snakes. You can keep them in just about any sort of ambient room climate. If you like to keep your house cold, just give them a really low wattage heat bulb during the day. It's okay for them to experience some night drop, but they really don't like it above 80. That's when you start seeing them get cranky and rubbing their nose. So try and keep it in the 70s and you're good. Keep them wet. I actually spray them down. Keep a lot of fresh water for them, big enough for them to kind of cruise around, and they do like to swim. But yeah, they're some of the coolest snakes out there. One of the first species of snakes I actually started keeping. So I've been a big fan. This guy's a 2013. So he's going on 7 years old this year. So hopefully I've got many more years with him and produce some wonderful babies out of him. He's such a sweet boy. I've actually taken this guy to education presentations and done school talks and let kids handle him. So he's a good snake. They are messy. They do poop a lot. They do shed a lot. But if you keep them on particulate bedding and stay on top of cleaning, shouldn't be an issue. They're very much worth it. So anyway, figured I'd show you kind of how I keep them. I keep them in big enclosures, lots of bedding, lots of stuff to cruise around on and interact with and hide behind, and just keep them ambient and keep them well fed. You're good to go. So anyway, a little spotlight on Black Tail Cribos. Until the next update. Check you later.